Hello and welcome to another World of Warplanes video with me, Sir 10 Death. Quite recently I have been reviewing a number of low tier fighters, looking at things such as the Bristol 146 and the I-17. And today I'm just taking a little bit of a back step and having a look at a multi-role fighter that is at tier 3 in the tech tree. It's the American Grumman F3F, tier 3 multi-role fighter, and as ever, looking at some gameplay footage and discussing what this plane does well or doesn't do so well. Multi-role fighters are by definition something that perform more than one role. They're essentially a fighter that aren't about all and out dogfighting, they're about being able to do little bits of damage to ground targets as well. This one in particular comes equipped with two 100-pound bombs. Now that's not stunningly good, but it's alright. It means you actually can influence a little bit the ground attack work. You can help out, and you'll see me doing that once in this. I probably should do it more often. I tend to often forget that I have my bombs available. They do have a very long reload, which is why after I've done it the first time it slips my mind. So we're just getting into a game here now, and we'll have a chat about what this plane does. So it's a tier 3, it's American. Hit point wise it has 140, which is not bad. That's pretty reasonable for tier 3, it's fairly normal. Its manoeuvrability on paper is 85, which is pretty good. That's up there with most fighter sort of standards. It has a turn of 8.5 seconds, which again, that is very, very acceptable. So on paper, it's very much like a fighter, just with a couple of bombs tagged on as well. Its suggested altitude is quite low level. It's suggested that you play this down around the 500 meter mark. I'm a little bit above that at the minute, but I'm just dipping in here and testing out these guns. Now when you first get the Grumman F3F, it comes with two 7.62mm machine guns, which are okay, and they exist in quite a lot of planes at tier 3. This is upgraded. This is taken the upgrade. We've got the two 12.7, so this is capable of doing a little bit more damage. It has an effective range of 500 meters instead of 420, and it has a rounds per minute output of 700 rather than 600, so it's a little bit more damaging. Of course, it'll probably overheat a bit more. Now this is where I've done a little bit of work in the first cap circle. We've kind of taken that. I'm heading towards the second one, and here's a target of opportunity. This is where I'm going to use these bombs. I happen to be flying over an anti-aircraft gun anyway, so I'm going to drop a bomb there, take a little bit of a turn, and just drop one over this other target. So that's how you can use them. You certainly shouldn't play this like any kind of out-and-out bomber or like a ground attack vehicle, because you simply won't survive long enough. But if you happen to be moving between aerial targets, as I was there, and you're going straight across something that is either lit up with the red team or neutral, and you can help a little bit by dumping those bombs, why not? I mean, it's going to get you a little bit of some points on the board, some combat points for doing a little bit of damage to ground target. You'll see that the bombs there do have a minute's reload, which is quite long, and I've taken some damage here now, just been knocked out of the game there, so I haven't had a stunning start of the game. The plane's playing okay so far. I wouldn't say it's amazingly good, but it's alright, it's not too bad. And so far, I'm just testing it out, trying out those guns, seeing how they do, seeing what the bombs can do. I'm just going to get back into the gameplay in a second or two. Its speed is it's okay as well. It typically goes along slightly shy of the 300 kilometers per hour mark, about 280, 290 when not boosting. And like most low tier planes, it has a 6-second boost. So I'm doing alright. I'm currently second in the team, even though I don't think I've had a particularly good game so far. And I'm just off trying to get across back to this area that's being fought over, which is over here on the right hand side. This one that's got a lot of red influence going on, and see if I can go to work over there. Now my bombs are almost reloaded, and I have to make a conscious effort of reminding myself to use them again, because I'll be honest, I'll be the first to admit there are probably a couple of other opportunities, just once or twice, when I probably could have used them in this game. Got a ground attack aircraft coming in here. He happens to be very much focusing on trying to work these installations, these buildings on the ground, so I can get behind him, start to go to work on him, do a bit of damage. Now because I haven't slowed down enough, I might have to turn around and do another pass as well. What I probably should have done there is use my air brakes and my flaps and just dropped it. But there's another one coming in. Now this is what fighters are really good at, switching between targets. You can just stay on the tail of one if you get right behind them, or you can just try and very much just switch between targets of opportunity, particularly if you see somebody that's weak. Now here I've got right on the tail of this guy, and I've got the guns bang on target, and I've just dropped his health down from near enough full to gone. And that's just, it's got me on the nearly 3,000 combat points mark. Just tapping X each time. If you didn't know about this, if you tap X, it basically shows a pointer where the next available target is, but it also shows the little logo, the little symbol, and the next available target up there is a bomber, which is, I don't really want to be trying to climb a high altitude, because this is a low level multi-role fighter, so I'm just going to try and see what I can see nearby. And we've got heavy aircraft coming in. Now I don't really want to be engaging those frontally, but I'm coming from above him, so he's travelling at speed though, so I don't think I can try and do a bit more work on him. Can I finish him off before he manages to get out of town? Probably not. He's getting away from me now because he was going at very high speed. But I've done a little bit, and now he's beginning to turn, so I'm trying to track him, because if he's turning, he's going to come back in front of my guns again. Here he comes, so I now go work again on him. Can I just get the kill? I would like to take these heavy aircraft out, because they're quite damaging. I'm having to work hard, because he's now climbing, but that means he's losing his energy. And there, managed to get the kill eventually. You have to work a bit harder with those heavy aircraft, because they are A, quite well armoured, and B, they're moving pretty fast, and you don't want to really get into combat with them as such. And there's an attack plane, finish him off as well. Nearly 4,000 combat points now. It's not an amazing game this, it's just okay. But it is showing off that you can play the F3F very much like a standard fighter. It's got the manoeuvrability and the guns to play as a normal fighter. And just remember that you've got those extra couple of bombs should you happen to find yourself in a likely position to be able to drop them. As I said earlier, dropping bombs is very much an opportunistic thing. I wouldn't say go looking for bomb dropping opportunities, because if you're looking at the ground, you're certainly going to have somebody on your tail shooting you out of the sky before you know what's happened. But as I did earlier, if you happen to be passing over something that is not currently blue, your team doesn't have control of it, then just drop those bombs, get yourself some combat points, help the team out on their merry old way. As ever, I'm just trying to work between targets now and just see if I can do the best I can here. Our team's ahead at the moment. On the whole, we're doing alright. I've done reasonably. I've done stunningly well, just okay. Trying to get around here and seeing if I can get... I can't get back on that attack aircraft who's underneath me at the minute, but we've got other planes up here. We've got this air defence plane coming in a bit closer. Now I've just been shot. He's shooting me in the front, and I should really have dodged out of the way here, but I didn't react quick enough, and because I was going frontally towards a heavy aircraft, I've been knocked out. I've just jumped to the next bit of gameplay because the second respawn takes about 30 seconds, and nobody wants to watch a black screen for that long on a YouTube channel. So the game's kind of winding to a close now. We are as a team near enough about 80% towards victory, and the score line's coming down soon as well, so I want to now ensure A, that I try and maximise my damage at the end of the game, and B, try and stay in the game, because once that score line's down in 3 more seconds, you do not respawn anymore. So what I like to do now is I've learned how to play World of Warplanes a bit better, particularly when using my dogfighting style fighters. What I like to do normally is, if there's a few targets on, in this case there isn't, there's only 1 or 2 targets on, so I'm just going to work the one guy that happens to be right in front of me, which is that guy. Get myself the effective fire to pass the 5,000 combats in the grade 5 multi-fighter. But what's ideal is if you scan around and look for who's already taken a bit of a beating, who's already on fairly low hit points, because at this point in the game, as I said a moment ago, you don't respawn anymore. So it's great just to swoop in there. This guy here, for example, he's on less than half hit points. If I can get the kill, I'm going to help the team out because he ain't coming back. There we go. There's another one popped out the sky. Somebody else finished him off. Actually, I only got the 75 for assisting. And the game is almost over anyway now. So, do I enjoy this plane? Yeah, I do. I like it. It plays very much like a fighter, which is my preferred style of play a lot of time. The reason why I'm playing this, if you're wondering, is because I have long-term ambitions to go down some of the American multi-role and possibly even heavy fighter lines, but I do need to brush up my heavy fighter skills significantly because I'm not very good at those at the minute. As these are fairly standard, effective fire and subjugator awards, class 5, pretty easy to get. I'm going to work hard to get that. But a non-premium tier 3 plane, how do we do? 36,000 credits is alright for non-premium tier 3, and quite an enjoyable game. I quite liked it. And yeah, it's quite a nice little plane to play. It plays very much like a fighter, so if you like fighter style of play, you'll probably do alright in this. I was only outscored by the Blenheim Bomber from tier 3 and a couple of tier 4s, so other than that I did alright. Yeah, quite a good fun plane to play. I would recommend trying it out. It doesn't take long to get the experience to get it. And as ever, please do share and subscribe. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Cheers, thanks very much, goodbye.